They want us to gripe. They want us to go over the hill. They want us to fail. We're not going to do life. We're going to do it better. We adopted a philosophy from the poem that we finally come up with in later years, and it goes like this. This was our prayer in a fashion. I take my freedom, lest I die. For pride runs through my veins, not blood, but principle supports us so that I, with lifted head, see liberty, not sky. I am he who dares to say, I shall be free or dead today.
You have a great memory.
Well, I'm thankful that those months and years as we came across, it became a great education. It made me look more at the world other than the area where I lived here in Chicago. So when questions are asked, sometimes I get it right away. Other times I'll remember tonight at 12 o'clock. And I'll say, oh, I should have answered her this way. I should have told her this. So we still have our dreams. You know, there are many deficiencies in our government. And each day there's a unit somewhere out here fighting for that same freedom that I just expressed a minute ago. But most of all, Montford Point is a vigorous unit constantly fighting to spread to the boundaries of what America should be and whatever implement we can take to do it. We start right here in the community. And remember, this was our our lighthouse. You know what we think of. Nothing is more important than have a root so deeply put in and so beautiful. You know, right here in the heart of what is known as the ghetto.
I mean, it's part of that recognition.
Yes, of course. We have men who have been presidents who have laid the bricks here many years ago. And one of my favorite fellows was James Avery and Bill Hill, of course. We were we manned the gun as a group, and we were from Chicago. I was the gun captain. Bill Hill was the gunner. Their dreams. Bill at one time, but James never ever. But he was one of the public relation people who didn't have the written title, but that was his duty. That was his devotion. That was his love for whatever he could do to fill this place. I think of them. Let's keep it. Let's keep it for even the younger people who are coming in the coming years. That is why we strive so hard. That's why we're pleading now to let this stay here for the legacy of those people who have played such a major role in starting and trying to keep it going. Did it wear you out?
Never. Now, I asked everyone today to bring an item or two that was important to them. What did you bring today?
I wasn't aware of that. Like what?
Oh, so you brought your medal?
Oh, I got my medal. Yes, of course.
And then so I asked, like, maybe bringing a medal or like a picture or something that was important. You just brought the medal today?
That's all I have today. I wasn't aware. Yeah.
Well, tell me a little bit about why the medal is is important to you, what it means to you.
Yes, of course. You know, I think First Assembly, I think that was a small number But the day that the medal was given out, my pride was being burst. So, because of Sam, our general, and the politicians that worked so hard to bring this to the forefront, you know, the one thing about it, as they worked to bring this in and so forth, we were inclusive now. Many times before, the records that we performed in some theater or another, it was never recorded. Or if it was recorded, it was hidden. It was never published. It was never, I think even there, I can think of a situation back during that time. You know, I'm thinking all of this the day that we assembled there in the heat waiting to get the medal. I'm thinking of all the things that the recognition that we didn't have years before that. And I said, oh Lord, this is a blessing. You know, and we sat there going over the things that should have been published. And I can remember one thing I said, oh Lord, this will take care of that. I remember on one occasion a reporter, and this was with the 52nd Defense Battalion as we hit, as we left the Marshall Islands to hit the big island. And the reporter said, oh, there was a ammunition person, referring to the black or the African American, you know, and he fell into a hole with one of the white fellas and so forth. And he said that the white fella had to teach him to throw a hand grenade. The biggest lie that's ever been told. Every Marine, you know, no matter who or she or what, I think even the dog can throw a hand grenade. But nevertheless, whoever's in the Marine Corps, if he can't throw a hand grenade, you know, they wouldn't let him in the door. Every Marine knows how to throw a hand grenade, step by step. But these are some of the things that you went over in your mind when you're sitting there. And you also think of all of the DIs, that's the drill instructors, they were all white with me. And they all remind us that we were black every day. All of our officers were white. Some of them had much of the dedication to take under this program. They had to sign it anyway. But nevertheless, I look at all of this today and I say, you know, it's being washed away. Because they had black generals putting these medals on us. Black generals. And I saw African American women on the compound there. And I was just so proud. And when I looked at Amos, who had gone through quite a bit, you know, always spilling his dedication.
I said, what did you bring?
That's what that was all about. The day that we got the medal. I say at least we are recorded in the books, and we know that Amos and all of those saw that the works that we had done, and I'm sure quite a bit of it was lost. Yeah.
Just a vivid way that you describe things. I love it. It's great.
Great.
Well, I'm